Good morning, boys and girls. Mr. Baxter's Learning Channel is the place to be. You're right, it is the place to be. You have found me. Welcome to Mr. B's Digital Hive. I've got Mabel with me today, but not for phonics. Today I brought Mabel because Mabel's going to help us do some math, all right? Today we are going to be looking at Eureka, Kindergarten Module 5, Lesson number 2. All right, first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at where we are going today with our lesson, or what our learning target is going to be. And today our learning target is, I can count to answer how many. And our numbers we're looking at are the numbers 10 through 20. So our teen numbers. So we're going up above our number 10. So that's where we are going today. That's what we're going to be learning. And then next, I'll show you, we know where we're going to be going, but next we've got to talk about how we're going to get there, okay? And the way we're going to get there today is, I will say my answer, or in our math word, that's describe. So I will say my answer as 10 ones and blank ones. Does that blank right there make you think? Does it make you wonder, scratch your head? What could go in that blank? Now, it's not going to be another 10. Let's count together and find out, okay? So where we're going today is I can count to answer how many, and we're going to be working with numbers 10 through 20. And how we're going to get there is I will say my answer or describe as 10 ones and blank ones. Now, you guys are going to have a seesaw activity today, Thursday, April the 16th. That'll be going along with Eureka 5.2, okay? You're going to have an application problem to do. The application problem today, or your story problem, is going to be talking about our friend Lisa. All right? So that's what we're going to do first. Then we're going to look at some mystery bags, and we are going to use that tool that we made on our last math lesson, our 10 frame. So if you do not have your 10 frame, I'm going to invite you right now to hit pause, make yourself a 10 frame, just like this. Remember, a 10 frame is a big rectangle with 4 lines in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 line straight down the middle. We call it a 10 frame because how many spaces are there? 10. You're exactly right. So hit pause, make your 10 frame, and then come back and hit play. All right. Now that you've got your 10 frame made, we're going to look at the story problem for Eureka Math Lesson 5.2, okay? And our story problem today, or our application problem, is about a friend named Lisa. Now, Lisa counted some sticks, okay? She counted some sticks into a pile of 10, and then she counted 5 other sticks into a pile. So let's think about that. She counted one pile of 10 sticks, and then she counted another pile of 5 sticks. So your story problem today asks you to draw the 2 piles of sticks. And then once you've drawn those sticks, I want you to write the number under each pile. Your paper should look like this on Seesaw. You're going to have a blank space, and you can use the drawing tool to draw the pile of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 sticks. So this was 10, and then we drew her other pile of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sticks. So we have one pile of 10. We can write that number. And then we have one pile of 5. So your application problem today, or your story problem for Eureka Math Lesson 5.2, is going to look like this on Seesaw. All right? So you're going to draw Lisa, you're going to draw her 2 piles of sticks, and then you're going to write the numbers underneath each pile. All right? Awesome. Next, what we're going to do, guys, is I forgot to do something. You're right. I forgot to ring our bell. I'm going right here, going through our math lesson, and I have forgotten to ring our bell and get our minds going. So there's so much going on. We've had some weather going on lately, and we're starting to miss each other so much. We're not seeing each other, so you might still being a little tense, but remember, loosen up, take some deep breaths, and realize we're all in this together, okay? And you can start to feel those good vibrations and hear that beautiful sound start to ring out. I love it. All right, now we are rocking and rolling. So everybody, get your 10 frame. Remember, today's math lesson, we are going to count to answer how many, and we're going to be working with the numbers 10 through 20. Then we're going to know that we've got it because we're going to answer our questions, or we're going to describe our answer by saying I have 10 ones and then I have some other ones. And guess what? Those other ones are going to be left outside of our 10 frame. So you can also, here's how we're going to be showing our answers. I have 10 ones and blank ones. So what we'll do is we'll count out our objects in our mystery bags, and then we will write in our answers right here, okay? You guys are going to have a worksheet on Seesaw that is going to look like this, all right? And we will do this one together so that I can show you how to practice getting ready for your Seesaw activity. And you're also gonna, and then we'll do this little quick problem together also. All right, so we're gonna work through a couple of things, and then we're gonna work through your worksheets, and that'll be our math lesson for today. So you got your 10 frame? Awesome. I'm going to angle you down so that we can see the 10 frame. Let's see what we're looking at. All right, there's Mr. Baxter. All right, so we've got our 10 frame. We call it a 10 frame, boys and girls, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 spots. So I'm gonna grab my first mystery bag. In my mystery bag, guys, I've got some Lincoln cubes. All right, I've got some Lincoln cubes. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to start to count them with my 10 frame. Now I'm gonna count all the blue ones first. Remember, we put it in our 10 frame going 1, 2. Now you guys can be using Mancala beads, or you can be using Legos or hair beads or pennies, anything that you have, or you can be watching Mr. Baxter do it, and you can be pretending that you're doing it with your hands, and you can be thinking along with me and saying these math terms with me, okay? Just so long as you're practicing with that seesaw work afterwards. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so now look, we've got our 10 frame filled up, but then I've got some left over. How many more do I have? I've got 10 ones right here, but then I've also got 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's think about that. Our math lesson today was asking us to work with numbers between 10 and 20. We filled up our 10 frame, showing me that I have 10 ones in my 10 frame, but how many more ones do I have? Well, let's touch and count, and that'll tell us how many. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're right. So now we're going to say that using our math terms, okay? We are going to describe our Lincoln cubes by saying I have 10 ones, and what number would I write to go in the blank? How many more ones did we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. You're right. So I can write, oh no. I can write, I have 10 ones and 4 ones. Look right there, boys and girls. That is how we would answer our question of how many Lincoln cubes do we have. Using our 10 frame, we counted out 10 ones and we have 4 left over. Now, we're going to do that again with our next mystery bag. See what we have next. I will take the Lincoln cubes away. Back into the bag you go. And next we're gonna get, let's see. Let's get got these little pieces of straws. I took some straws and I cut them up into little pieces so that they'll fit into our 10 frame boxes. So let's count to see how many straws we have. Remember, we can count to answer how many. We're going to use our 10 frame, filling it up to show us if we have a group of 10 ones. Make sure we get all of our straws. So here we go. Here's one. Oh, they go everywhere. 2, 3, 4. Thanks for counting with me. 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So look here. I've got my whole 10 frame filled up, which shows me I have one set of 10 ones. But I've got some left over. So we need to figure out how many more we've got. All right? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Whoa. So we've got one 10 frame filled up, which gives us one group of 10 ones. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ones left over. So now we can answer our questions by saying I have 10 ones, which we see in our 10 frame. And then how many more ones did we have? Right, we had 9. And we know a circle with a line makes a pretty fine 9. So I have 10 ones and 9 ones. Great job, guys. All right, we've got one more mystery bag to do. So let's take a look at what we've got there. I will take these straws, empty off our 10 frame. Boy, these straws will get away from you. All right. And you got, like I said, you guys can be using Legos if you want to follow along with Mr. Baxter. You can be using pony beads for your hair. You could be using marble. Our next mystery bag is if any of you guys have the game Mancala at home, I'm just going to count out some Mancala beads. All right? So here we go. We're going to use our 10 frame, and then we're going to find out if we have any ones left over. Then we'll answer our question or describe our items by saying how many ones. We have a set of 10 ones and some extra ones. All right, you ready? Count with me, boys and girls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, but I still have some left over. I filled up my 10 frame, which shows me I have 10 ones right here. 10 ones gives me 10. And then I have 1, 2, 3 left over. So, how can we describe our set of Mancala beads? Right, we have 10 ones, but then how many more ones did we have? 1, 2, 3. You're right. So, we can answer our question, boys and girls, or describe our Mancala beads by saying I have 10 ones and what? Right, 3. And we know 3 goes around a tree, around a tree. That's the way we make the 3. So, to describe our Mancala beads, we would say I have 10 ones and 3 ones. Awesome. Great job. So, your first activity on Seesaw today was for you to do the application problem. So, your story problem. You'll be answering those questions with drawing the piles of sticks for Lisa. Your second worksheet on Seesaw today is going to look like this. Get out of here, Mancala beads. It's going to look like this. It's going to have, now yours has some pictures. Mr. Baxter did not have the artistic ability to draw all of the pictures. Yours has some rubber duckies and I think pigs and maybe presents. Now, Mr. Baxter just drew some, I tried to match up our colors, but I did draw the objects. And what you're going to do here is I want you to take a marker. On Seesaw, you can either use the drawing tool or we've provided some checks. And I want you to put a check on 10 of these items. that's going to show you that you have 10 ones, and then whichever is left over, or the ones you don't put a check on, is going to be the ones that you have left. All right, so let's do this first one together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there we go. That shows me this set with checks on it shows me how many do we have? I have what? Right. I have 10 ones, but I see some without a check. What's that going to mean? So those are the ones, that's right. Those are the ones we have left over. So I have 10 ones, and how many were left? 1, 2, 3. So what we'll write in our box right here, or what you will use your drawing tool or the typing tool to do on your seesaw activity, is fill in this little box to say I have 10 ones and 1, 2, 3. So you'll put a 3 in your box. All right, let's move over to the next one. Like I said, you guys have piggies, but Mr. Baxter has purple circles. We can still touch and count to find out how many, putting a check on the first 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. So the ones with the checks on it show me that I have 10 ones. Then these left over is the number I'll write in the box. How many more ones did we have? 1, 2. You're right. We had 2 left over. So I can complete my math sentence by saying I have 10 ones and half a moon more to do. Slide to the right to make your 2. I have 10 ones and 2 ones. Next, we'll take a look at this square right here, guys. On your paper, it's a bunch of gifts or presents. Well, we're going to start by putting a check on the first 10 that we count. All right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. So those first 10 shows us that we have a group of what? 10 ones. And the ones that don't have a check is the number that goes in the box. That's how many ones we have left over. So we have a group of 10 ones and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 10 ones, and what number goes in our box? Right. Monkey tail needs to mix. That's the way we make a 6. So it says I have 10 ones and 6 ones. You're exactly right. 10 ones and 6 ones. Great job. And our last picture is a circle of some orange balls. Now, we're going to touch and count and put a check on the first 10. And then we'll see if we have any ones left over. All right? I'm going to start at the very top one so I don't get confused. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So I have 10 checked circles showing me that I have 10 ones, but then I have 1 left over without a check. So what number is going to go in my box? You're right, 1. So we're going to take our pen and we'll take a straight line down. Then you're done. That's the way we make our 1. You're exactly right. So here's what your worksheet on Seesaw is going to look like today. You're going to fill it out, putting checks on your pictures on the first 10, and then whatever you have left over, however many are left without a check, that's the rest of your ones. And that's the number that's going to go to finish your math sentence to tell you I have 10 ones and 6 ones. We're going to learn how to say that as a big teen number coming up very soon. All right, your next activity on Seesaw today is going to look a little something like this. It has given you 2 sentences and it wants you to use the pictures to match. Now, the top one says, I have 10 circles and 2 circles. So I need to draw a picture to match this sentence. I have, let's read it. Look, I have 10 circles. That's going to be an important number. And 2 circles. Well, we can match that. How many circles do I need to draw to show this number? 10. You're exactly right. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, what about this number over here? This picture matches this number. I have 10 circles. But we also have to draw our 2 more. So I have 10 circles and 2 circles. That's how we'll draw a picture to match our sentence. And the last one says, I have 10 ones and 4 ones. So for this, boys and girls, we can just draw our sticks. All right, so right here, I have 10 ones. I need to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then how many more does it say we need? I have 10 ones and 4 ones. You're exactly right, which means I need to draw 1, 2, 3, 4 more. So I hope you'll be able to match your picture with the with the math sentences that are being written, showing you that I have 10 circles and 2 circles, and I have 10 ones and 4 ones. And there's one more surprise activity that you're going to see, which then they're going to give you the picture, and they want you to circle the sentence that matches. And I want you guys to try that on your own. All right, great job. Thank you for helping me out with our math today, guys. I am going to go back up like this. Talk to you guys about how well I think that we just did together. Remember, where we were going today was we could count to answer how many, using those numbers from 10 to 20. And the way that we got there was I will say our answer, or we described our objects as 10 ones and some more ones. Remember? We had 10 ones and 3 ones when we were talking about our Mancala beads. Happy Thursday, boys and girls. Hope you guys are continuing to rock your Smarty Ants, your Zern activities, and checking in with us on the seesaw activities. Love you all. Miss you all. Keep on rocking. Baxter, out! Say bye, Cosmo.